and welcome to my channel. So if this is your first time here, my name is Angie and I'm a chemist who loves makeup. So recently Huda Beauty launched her Legit Lashes dual-sided volumizing and lengthening mascara, and there was a post on Trendmood in which Trendmood said that this was a clinically proven mascara, and someone had commented on Trendmood's post saying you can't clinically prove a mascara. Not only is it illegal to claim something is clinically proven when it isn't, it is also false advertising that goes against FTC guidelines. The reason why this blew up is because Jeffree Star commented on it, basically seeming to agree with this person, and then said some things about Huda's character that we're not going to get into. This is not that type of channel. So today we're going to go through what my thoughts are on this. Do I think you can clinically prove a mascara? Is this a common occurrence? So basically what these clinical studies for cosmetics come down to is, what are you trying to prove and did you prove it? So you basically just can't make over-substantiated claims in your advertising about your product. So for instance, the FTC did have to step in for a Lancome skincare line that was very, very expensive, in which they tried to promote this gene science that was supposed to help your skin, but they very much overstated the findings. The scientific studies they referenced in their advertising weren't really even in reference to the product or ingredients in the product. They just very much overstated the science, and that's when the FTC stepped in and said, you cannot use this. And there's also an incident with the National Advertising Division in which they told Too Faced about their Better Than mascara that they very strongly advised against advertising this 1,944% volumizing increase, which they basically did by using calipers on an eyelash and measuring it. And they said that it was very, very hard to prove that customers would get that through regular use. Basically, you can have some sort of clinical claim, but you have to be able to prove it, or you have to give a frame of reference to people about what that means. So let's look into what Huda Beauty was claiming about her product. So from their Instagram feed, I'm gonna post it up above, it said 100% agreed, lashes looked fuller and multiplied. Now mind that asterisk that's right there. We're gonna get back to that in a second. The second post says 100% agreed, lashes had an instant lash extension effect. And the last one is 100% agreed, lashes were extremely curled and lengthened. So when you go and look on the caption of the Instagram post, that little asterisk says that this was tested on an independent panel in an independent lab that used the volume mascara followed by curl and length mascara. So we don't know how many people were in this. We don't know how many people were on this panel. It seems that these were a survey that was conducted by the panel. They were asked these questions, and based on the 100% number, I feel like it was a very, very small number. So I don't give a lot of weight to these studies, especially not a study that says 100%, and the fact that they don't tell you how many people it is. They might tell you on the packaging, but obviously I cannot run to Sephora right now and check the packaging. So we have to assume it was probably a very small number. So why would companies do this? Why would this be necessary? So we have to remember, if you go into Sephora, Ulta, Target, there's a lot of mascara options. And basically, you want your mascara to generally do the same thing. You want it to make your lashes look bigger, fuller, longer, and generally the mascara is either a black or brown color. So there's a lot to choose from. So they have to distinguish themselves in some way. So mostly high-end brands are using these clinical studies to kind of justify why you would buy theirs over a drugstore brand. If I'm paying $20 as opposed to $6, I would like a really good reason. So the average everyday consumer isn't gonna know about all this marketing thing. They're not gonna know. So if you see one mascara that does not have these clinical, these numbery kind of results on their packaging, but you see Huda Beauty's does, you're like, well, look at that. 100% of people said that this was a great mascara, so I'm gonna get this mascara. It's just a way for these companies to stand out from all the other companies. There are two ways that companies can make these claims. Either have some sort of instrumental test, but more often than not, the way that they clinically prove these mascaras is by some sort of self-evaluation by whoever is testing this mascara. So for instance, on the Bad Gal Bang mascara by Benefit, which I love, they claim 36-hour wear time, in which this was done by an instrumental test on 21 women. The other ones that they claim are 90% saw dramatic volume, 94% said it instantly lifted lashes, 92% said it lengthened lashes, and we see that this was a self-evaluation done by 102 women after 1 week. Anastasia has their Lash Brag mascara, and theirs was a 116-person consumer study. And this saw 91% saw increased volume and length, 89% saw increased fullness and long wearing results, 92% saw intense jet black color. So this is very much a very common thing. Even L'Oreal has one for their Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara, in which they claim 3 out of 4 women saw volume and length, 90% says it doesn't flake, 95% said it lasts all day. It's also very interesting, look at this Lash Paradise one, in which they put 3 out of 4 women saw volume and length, because that's just 75%, so that's not very much, but 3 out of 4 women sounds a whole lot better. So personally, I don't give a whole lot of weight to these, but I do understand why these companies do this. Everything is about advertising. And that's why I hope that these videos as a consumer makes you more aware of these advertising tactics. Now, one person who did not use this on their mascara was KKW Beauty. Kim Kardashian's brand does not need to do this in order to sell mascara. Her name sells it alone. And this is why when Jeffree Star commented on the post about Huda Beauty and how it seems that he doesn't agree with clinically proving mascaras. For his mascaras, he could probably sell out of them regardless. So what would be the point of paying for this clinical study if he's gonna sell out of his mascara regardless? Because that's just not how he advertised. His way of advertising is people love his brand, people talk about his brand, and if he sells something, people are gonna buy it. That's just how it is. But other brands don't really have that. They have to compete for somebody's eye attention on a store shelf. So moral of the story is you can clinically prove a mascara with some limitations, obviously, but you probably shouldn't hold much weight to these kind of studies. So I hope that you learned something today. If you did, don't forget to click the like button and hit the subscribe button so we can talk more about science and makeup and skincare and all of that fun stuff. And with that, I will see you in my next video. Bye!